Hey, collab coach here again to share some wise words of wisdom for the week. So, I am still in the sacrifice series and it's week 3. So, I wanted to go a little bit deeper, and this might be a touchy subject, but I feel like it needs to be addressed. And that is the sacrifices that are destroying your life. Last week we talked about the good sacrifices, we talked about the brighter side of sacrificing, but today I wanted to talk about the sacrifices that didn't work out. Those sacrifices that you placed a gamble on, those, whether it was placing a gamble on yourself or a gamble on others, and you thought the outcome was going to go in your favor, but unfortunately it didn't. It did not go in your favor, and your expectations were crushed. Your hope was crushed. Your goals for the future and your dreams that you thought you had based on that sacrifice was crushed, and it's eating at you. It hurts. That pain, it may be so deep that it's unbearable. And the truth is that we have to realize that you took a loss. We took a L with the sacrifice that we thought that was going to be fruitful for us. Now, just because you took an L does not mean that it was a complete loss in your entire life. When we go through deep rooted sacrifices that don't go to your favor, they put us in a state to where we have regrets. We have regrets of our decision making. We have regrets on future thoughts and future expectations of your actions. And it makes you think and feel that you are doing something wrong. We have to step back from that and realize that a sacrifice is a sacrifice. Whether good or bad, a sacrifice is a sacrifice. And at the end of the day, a sacrifice is nothing but a gamble. We place our hopes on something and we expect it to go our way. We say that we will it to our favor. And yes, I mean, trust me, I'm positive. I like to stay optimistic and I hope whatever action I take is gonna go into my favor. But in reality, it doesn't, because we don't know what the future holds and we don't know exactly that sacrifice that you expected to go in your way, it may not. And the hardest part of it all is to realize that we have to accept when things go left. We always hope things go right, but when things go left, we tend to run away from it. We tend to suppress it. We tend to act like it didn't happen at all. We tend to neglect the feelings and emotions that came from the situation that went left. And it ends up eating at us slowly. Slowly, it keeps eating at us because what it does is that it takes away your future. And let me break that down for you a little bit. It takes away your future because your future hopes are now based on your old circumstances. Let's make this an example. So you had an expectation that you would go into that right school, or you're gonna get that job, or you had an expectation that you were gonna get a brand new car or a house, and it didn't go that way. It may have not even hurt you in the first instance that you may have tried one time and it didn't work. And you're like, okay, I want to try again. You had enough courage, you had the hope that you mustered up to go ahead and try again. And it didn't work out again. And then you try the third time and you keep going and you expect, okay, the third time's the charm, as they say. This is the moment for me. This is exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to will it. It's going to be possible. You're going to pray about it and it doesn't go your way. That pain and that hurt is like no other. No one can tell you how much that hurt because you tried your hardest. It's not like you didn't give no effort. It's not like you just pretended like this was going to happen or you feel like this was just a whim. You put all that effort into it to get that house, to get that job, to get that car, to get anything that you wanted to benefit your life for the future, and it didn't happen. And it crushed you. It crushed you to the point where you now do not even have any hope for the future. You're gonna keep telling yourself that I'm not gonna try this again because I'm gonna get the same result. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it again, even though I get suggestions from someone else to do it a different way or try a different route. I'm not gonna do it again because I feel like it's gonna end out the same. And because we let that thought creep into our head, we start to believe it. And that allows new experiences that may have come to your life or going to come to your life to fall into the category of your old circumstances. You start to think that no matter the situation, it's always going to end out the same way. And that's what leads to depression. That's what leads to a state of loneliness. That's what leads to a state of not self-loving yourself and not loving yourself, to believe in yourself, to trust in yourself, to have confidence in your actions. And it stems, it allows fear and anxiety to happen, and it keeps going. It's a snowball effect in a negative direction. So what do you do in that situation? What do you do in a situation where you feel your sacrifices are destroying you physically, mentally, spiritually? The first thing to do, and I promise you, is to acknowledge the pain and the hurt that you felt because the sacrifice did not go your way. We have to acknowledge it. And I know I always say this over and over again, but think about it. Do you actually acknowledge when you take a loss? Do you actually acknowledge the pain that you received from taking that loss? Are you actually accepting all the regret and accepting all the misfortune that was brought because of the sacrifice that did not go your way? The gamble that you took on your life that did not give you no fruitfulness? Are you accepting that? If you are, you already going to the next step. But if you're not, like most people, and I admit that I haven't done in a while, it eats at us and destroys us. We cannot be rooted into anything else, anything positive, anything beneficial in our lives, because we are stuck with the bitterness, the distasteful, the unworthiness that we feel that we have in the fruits of our sacrifice that did not become beneficial for our lives. So we have to acknowledge it. First step. Second step is to express it. Express it. Let it out. Don't hurt nobody now, but let it out. Write it down. Make a video. Share it with someone that you're close to, and let it all out, because those feelings are going to bottle up inside you, and that sacrifice is going to turn into a regret. That regret is going to turn into shame. That shame is going to turn into a lifestyle. That lifestyle is going to turn into a personality. That personality is going to become who you are as a person, and we don't want that. We want to stay positive. We want to be fruitful. We want to plant roots into our sacrifices, and we're going to reap all the fruitfulness that we are expected to receive. But we can't do that if we're still stuck in the past and what could have done, or what should have happened, or what I could have done better, so on and so forth. We got to let it go. Talk about it. First thing, as I said, acknowledge it. Second thing, talk about it. Third thing is to now act. Make sure you're acting on your next sacrifices, and realize that not every sacrifice is going to be beneficial for you, but you can learn from that actions. You can learn from all those sacrifices to become a better person. So the next sacrifice that you make could be positive. So, who am I? I am the collab coach. I focus on relationships, but not only intimate relationships with your friends, family, neighbors, co-workers, and the most important relationship of all, with yourself. I promise you, do not let these sacrifices that went left destroy your life. You will definitely regret it, and I hope you don't regret it. So follow me on Facebook, Collab Coaching, Instagram, Collab Coaching. My videos are on YouTube, Collab Coaching. Just type in Collab Coaching. Like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the series that I talk about. And stay ready for the next week's series of sacrifices. Oh, the next video is going to be powerful. And share this with anyone that you know that their sacrifices have been destroying their life, and they need help to get out of that mental state. This is Mental Health Awareness Week, so I'm doing something special. I'm doing a free 15-minute mental health check-in. Message me for more details. Free as free. 15-minute mental health check-in, just to see where you are and if you need help. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.